prophecy is true.
Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
Nintendo Switch reportedly passes lifetime sales of the Nintendo Wii.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Wii.
Whoa.
Wii.
Wow.
That was not planned at all. That was not planned.
Wow.
This pandemic is just padding.
Nah, it's nothing to do with that. It's called Wii.
Wow. Turbo, you're here in spirit.
Oh, God.
You can't hit that note. He'd be like, Wii.
He'd be like, Wii.
Emric, did you have a Nintendo Wii?
No, I never had a Nintendo Wii.
Me neither. Me neither. But a lot of people did.
I did.
A lot of people.
I did.
You did. A lot of people did. It was very, very popular. I didn't think like that was for the casuals and the hardcore. Mostly casuals, but and the grandmas out there with the bowling. But
Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn.
Bowling.
that's
was
on. I
ill.
said hardcore too. That's it.
Radiant Dawn.
Backwards compatible.
And Wii boxing, fire.
Yeah, man.
The Tails game.
We punch out, man. We punch out. Nope.
bowling.
Boxing
I said
Radiant.
I said bowling.
Boxing Radiant Dawn.
Boxing.
Just combine the titles.
But you know, it sold quite a bit. I didn't think that anything was going to come close to that if it wasn't a handheld, which is kind of Nintendo's kind of cheating because the Switch is a handheld also.
It's a
So
hybrid.
they basically took their
It's a hybrid.
Yeah, it's a handbrid.
It's handbrake.
Wow. That was a stretch, man.
Ooh.
That was a stretch.
It works. But so they cheated though. So it's not a home console. So you can't really say it's a one of the top selling home consoles.
It's
but
a home
it
console.
is, though.
It's a home console.
Or
So
handheld.
it was 100. What was it? 101.63 million units for the Wii, and the Switch just recently beat that.
Wow.
And I think it's number 6 right now in the top 10 or whatever.
Let me ask you this.
Very close to moving up to 5.
Do those numbers include like the other iterations of the Switch, like the Switch Lite?
Yeah.
And the OLED
It
probably.
should.
It should.
It
Yeah.
shouldn't, because the Switch
Well,
Lite
the OLED, yes, but not
the
Switch Lite
shouldn't.
It's a handheld.
Because
It's a
it's
handheld.
strictly a handheld.
It
And
is.
I don't know why they.
They're all
man.
handhelds. They're all handhelds.
No.
Well, that would be cheating.
Right.
The Switch Lite would be cheating.
That's why.
Yeah.
But it's included though.
It's
So
included.
So
It
I think
It shouldn't
it's
be.
cheating,
Yeah,
man.
it shouldn't be.
It's
Nobody's buying a light.
cheating. Oh wow.
Are you sure?
Probably didn't even
Yeah.
hit like 100,000.
In Japan, it's like 2 million.
A couple people got it.
I've never seen one in a while.
No.
But it surprised me. It doesn't surprise me with the reason it's been selling. Like that's been the only consistent sale this year.
Was it 5 years it's been out?
5 years. About 5 years.
Wow.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. And that used to be the lifespan. Like Nintendo, Super Nintendo,
They're
everything.
like, nah, we're good.
That was 5 years.
You guys come out with a new one? No, we're good. We're fine.
Apparently we got another 2 before we even think about it.
Oh my gosh.
But where do you think it's going to fall overall by the end of its lifespan, depending on how long?
Oh, let's go to Emric first.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to hear what
I'm just throwing a question out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you were asking is how long do I think the
Lifetime.
Switch is going to continue?
Lifetime
the lifetime of
sales,
the
do you
Switch?
think where it will end up?
Where it's going to end up?
Beating PS2.
But I think they're going to try and milk like everything they can out of the Switch, out of the format. So I think they're going to keep going for a while, and they're probably going to release like maybe a Switch Plus, something like that, where it's like a little bit more powerful than the Switch, but you basically have access to the same store and the same games and everything, and you're on the same software. So I'm guessing it's going to end up. It's going to go maybe another 50 million, maybe.
Okay. I think as long as they're making it, they're going to get rid of them.
See,
Yeah, people gonna buy 'em.
originally I was, when it came out and it was doing well, I was like, they'll probably do like 120, something like that.
Right.
But now the fact that, you got the OLED that came out and they have no sign of coming out with a Switch 2. I think as stubborn as Nintendo is, and sometimes very sleazy as Nintendo is, they're like, no, I want the top spot. We're going to do whatever we can. We're going to release a Switch Plus, a little stronger, and we're going to get more. I think they're going to try to get the top spot.
Beating Game Boy is rough
man.
because they had the Game Boy's out for how long?
I thought PS2 was top.
15 years.
I thought PS2 was top.
PS2 was top, but I'm saying
150.
beating Game Boy, that was out long, like a long time, and they counted every every different Game Boy.
They'll probably make a Switch Game Boy.
Yeah.
The
It's gonna be
same
a
colors.
Switch fit.
You like Game Boy so much while you're
They
like,
need a
whoa.
foldable screen, man.
Oh.
They got so many different iterations of it.
Game
they
Boy
could do.
Advance SP.
Yeah, hell yeah. Switch SP.
Switch
I think
SP.
no. I think they're coming for the top spot.
Listen, like I
they are.
said, if they're still selling constantly, and if they're the only ones making the systems, they're the ones that are going to be selling
Yeah,
the systems.
yeah. 'Cause
And the
people
other
are-
systems
that's
still
true.
aren't going to be out
That's
for
true.
at least a year or so.
Because
Yeah.
people are buying new Joy Cons because they break every. Let me stop.
Joy-Cons cost more than
You're not
systems.
wrong.
And listen,
You're
the
not
thing
wrong.
is, this is the thing. They didn't even drop the price yet.
Nope.
No.
I mean, the Switch Lite is cheaper, but they didn't even drop the price of the original yet. Not even $50. If it goes down to like 200 for the original, that's when everybody's been waiting is going to pick that up. That's another how many million?
5 years already. No
That's-
price drop.
They're crazy.
5 years, no price drop. Yeah. Even when the new one came out, no price drop.
Yeah.
Nothing.
They kept it the same.
Yeah.
And this is with the original Breath of the Wild. This is with Mario Odyssey. These all came out years ago.
This is what
And-
Mario Kart
At-
8.
in Mario Kart 8. So think of if
man.
the release of all these sequels that are rumored for like this year into next year.
Plus, you got Nintendo 64. That's what people were waiting for.
Oh man.
We put Game Boy on there. They didn't do that yet.
But the interesting thing too is the more consoles they get, the more like developers are going to want to develop for the console.
Yeah.
So if they end up with like being like one of the most sold consoles ever, they're still going to get a lot of games being made for the console, and they're still going to get a lot of content.
Yeah.
So that's a very big plus they have going for them too.
Yeah, Indies are gonna be all over it.
They're
like they
swimming.
aren't. They're over it now. They're all over it now.
I would just like them to fix up that eShop so it just looks I could find something.
If they did that, maybe that'll be the next 100 million sold. Just gotta
never
fix
know.
that. This is the indie machine. That's what it'll be.
I want them to have a category for indie though in the eShop. Like that would be so much better.
Yeah, keep them separate from the AAA. I don't want
Yeah.
that grouped together.
Then you wouldn't have to make a $250 game with what was it 300% off.
I still haven't played it yet.
Oh, that was
to
crazy.
make it $2. I was like, yo, it was $250.
Now
Emmerich,
you're paying me to buy it?
Emmerich, have you ever heard of a game called Membrane?
No,
Indie
I
game.
haven't.
It's an indie game called Membrane. I haven't played it. I own it, but when I bought it in the eShop, it was a $250 game with a slash, like a crossed out, and it was like 99 cents.
That was $2.50. It was 300% off or something. I was like, whoa, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
I mean, it is one of the tactics you can use on the Switch eShop. Is just try and have your game like almost always on a sale.
Yeah.
You get so much more traffic that way. So you just boost the initial price, keep it always on special, and yeah.
Yeah.
200.
I like the eShop.
This is crazy.
The eShop on the Wii U. I know not many people had the system, but the eShop on the Wii U was awesome, and also on the 3DS was awesome because they highlighted. There was like a whole category.
They shut that down.
for indies, and every day they would highlight a new indie game, like if it was just released. So you got this, you got to see, it was out. How many games do we see? Like
How many
I'm
games
like,
do we don't see?
Oh, we
is
don't
what you
see.
said.
Or you just discover by accident.
I
'Cause you're
don't-
like, wait, if I didn't look through this, like scroll down, I would have never seen.
If I don't
this.
put a note or hit the heart on the
wish
eShop,
list?
if I forget,
reminder,
if
yeah.
I forget, that is gone. It's gone for. I will never see that again.
There were a
That's
couple
happened to me.
games that I saw, like probably like a year or two ago.
yeah,
Forgot to put on.
Oh, you'll never see it.
yeah,
You'll
and
never see
I
it.
forgot.
You gotta watch the reruns of our show. There's nothing wrong with going back and watching those. They're on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, guys, nothing wrong with going back and watching some old content.
Yeah.
Let us know how you think the Switch is gonna sell over its entire lifespan. Do you think it's gonna hit the top spot?
Or not.